Now I believe we should be live. So welcome to the stream. I am just setting everything up, so there will just be the going live soon. And we'll wait for someone to get involved here. So thanks a lot for joining. If you are watching us back, again, always advise maybe skipping a minute or two as we just wait for people to get involved. ABC, nice to see you, mate. Thanks for joining. Can I just check you can hear me? Just put a comment in if you can hear me. ABC, nice to see you, mate. Thanks for joining. Can I just check you can hear me? Just put a comment in if you can hear me. Can I just check you can hear me? Just put a comment in if you can hear me. Jeez, I can hear myself typing so frantically. Thank you for joining. You will see my face in about 4 seconds, I hope. Close that, and let's get into it. So, right. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you for joining. We already have a couple of people involved already. Drop me a comment if you are here so I can know. And yeah, we're going to get into it. On screen, you might see some new arrivals pretty early on. So, Georgi Mamadashvili won him as a reward. If you haven't seen, that was in a short. That's how I do most of my content these days. Not most of my content, most of my reward content these days, sorry. Arthur Vermeeren. You know I'm awful at pronouncing names if you watch the channel for more than 1 minute. So yeah, won him as a reward as well. Like £30, you know, I did have a good finish. It's not too shocking, but wow, this rookie card looks good. Oh my god, it moves now. I didn't know that. Shout out Sorare, that is a cool addition. Soon it will spin around, I bet, and there'll be someone on the back. But yeah, what we're trying to do here is just look at how good this card is. Like, look at these, right? 67, 63, 62. Yeah, not crazy. Average of 60, it's good, but not great. 17 years old on the card. I think he's 18 in real life. It's not me. Thank you for joining. If everyone could go on my Twitter and just share out the link. It's so much better when you get more people just asking questions, the engagement, things like that. Write to me only if, yeah, Pavel's putting up some not very nice thing. It's not, yeah, this one. If you've seen it, right, 1 minute ago, drop it a like or a retweet. It'll get so many more people in here and it'll be a better live, I can promise you that. Noah Brooke, thank you for joining. So yeah, back to Vehement, just 17, 18 years old, and he's putting up scores like this. Like, I can't sell a player like that. I don't know anything about him, but I assume he's got a starting spot. So yeah, really impressed with that. Next up, boom, 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 Kieran Trippier. So I've been having this debate, and can I pull up my teams here and just, yeah, is the list a bit small? Absolutely. So let's build. And essentially, from this list, Gaia was great. He was so strong. And then Valencia so bad that he's actually a little less good. Hey, Kungan, thank you for joining. also referred to as. I see you have bought the God, also referred to as Trippier. Yes, I have bought Trippier. Thank you for saying on my Discord you will be here to get the stream going, because that meant I did it. If one person's willing to watch, that's enough for me sometimes. So yeah, 5 viewers. I was in a good mood. I really wanted to stream, so I was like, if there'll be one person watching, I'll be there doing it. So yeah, looking at this, I was like, that's pretty weak now. Like, there was a stage where it was really strong, like Gaia. I was mixing up Gaia and Ure. Gaia is a 60 average player. Ure 58 when they're all starting. Mancini 56, maybe 57. Marcos maybe 50. Ben Mee 56. About, on average, if they had what I expect from them essentially. And I was just like, it's just not strong enough. And then you look at like Madison, who's like a 63 average player. Cabela's 62. Dybala's 63. Coman 60 if he's starting. I know his average is a lot lower. Dembele 54, but on a good day he's a 100-point player. So I was looking at this, I was like, such a strong team, and I'm just missing Trippier. And shout out to whoever it was I'm missing a defender, and I was like, where else are you gonna look? If we pull this up quickly, right? We go to Champion Europe defenders. They don't have to have played all their last games. Guerreiro, I know you're all looking at him thinking, yeah, fantastic card, and I am too, but I was looking at him like a month ago when he was like here and a little bit cheaper, and I just didn't bite the bullet. And I knew he was one of those guys that only rotates because they're in the Champions League, and I was like, I don't know why I didn't buy him. Like, one of my good metrics is limited to rare price, and he's still in like a buy zone for me. But these are overinflated scores. There's no way about it. This guy's not the best defender in the world. He is great for SO5, but he won't keep it up forever. Little things that scare me: centre mid and left back. Just changing from that. How often do centre mids get assists? And he's playing left mid for Portugal, where admittedly 52 at AA, but he's an attacking left back essentially, right? Who's playing against Liechtenstein? It's obviously going to be big. Simo, super rare. Thank you for joining. 1 second. So I'd struggle to argue that this guy is not overpriced. Is it fair to say? Look at his scores. I saw Quinny won them the other day, and I was, buzzing for him for that, and I was like, I could reach out an offer and try and get it, but it's hard to say someone that scores 90 in their last 5 is overvalued, but he can't keep it up. That's what I'm trying to say. But then you look at the last 40, like 65. He was a tough decision, right? But you've got to take in the rotation risks and things like that. So I went with a safe option, not Kim Min-jae. He's just gone up. Oh my God, where is he? Where is Trippier? Has he not played in the last games? What am I filtering this by? There he is. On the last 40, he is the top scorer. He is a very reasonable price, and if you use my limited to rare ratio, he's in that region as well. So last sale 50 compared to 489. Even better than that, there was one at 352 when I knew he was selling for 400 when I was trying to get him a couple of days before. So I was like, why is that? I looked into the guy's gallery. Everyone's for sale. He's got about 4 cards left. Clearly we're selling up. So I put in a low ball offer. He put in a medium offer. And then I kind of narrowed him down to a stage I was just really, really happy at buying. And I think I've done well already. 352. He's gone for 390, 383. Also, smart decision. I'd save this money for like as after the game week had gone, so that I knew I could get a better price, because if you're going to buy them into them, Matthias Sorare, thank you for joining. If you're going to buy them as they're coming into the game, it's just not going to be as strong. It's not going to be as good a price, because everyone's not going to want to sell them essentially. So that is how we've ended up with Trippier. Also on the last stream, one of you guys was like, how much money do you have in limiteds? And I was like, I don't know. So I looked at it, and you would have seen my reaction on stream live. It was a bit like, God, that was more than I thought if I'm competing in Super S. So £1,500 it now is. It was probably about 2,000 in the last one. So some players had to go. Alisson from Liverpool, Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen. Really tough ones to get rid of, right? What a sale. I did not know I did that. I knew I got a good price, but to be fair, it's the forward card. So yeah, 195 compared to 194. And yeah, some guy was, it's a forward card. Okay, it wasn't crazy. We can actually filter by forward cards as well, I believe. So, that is a good trading strategy. I did not realize how lucrative that could be. If you hold a forward card, because it's a much better score, right? I do know that. If you're looking at a 1 year graph, average of 60 compared to an average of 62, Number of 100s 3 versus number of 100s 2. Like, the forward card is just obnoxiously. What's the word? Definitely is the equivalent word I'm looking for, but it doesn't sound as cool. It is definitely better. Objectively better. It's objectively the better card. But yeah, people don't always realise that, or even myself, I think at one point I forgot I was selling a forward card, so I listed it and I was like, what are you doing? That's the forward card. Make sure you get that, a little premium on that. So I managed to get like an extra 40 quid on the day, 35 I think it is, but yeah, that's very nice. That is a bit of negotiating because I didn't want to sell my words because I had a massive XP on him as well. But like I said, I'm essentially was willing to sell all of my limited players because I'm just not focusing on them anymore. I've won the division. It's not that I've won the division, it's just like I think it's better to progress where you can now on Sorare. They're staggering the game like that. The Sorare coins are like that. The ETH payouts are like that. They need to make it make sense to move up the division. I think they're doing that well. So I'm going through. I'm like, who can I sell? Right, Kimmich I can't sell. He's part of my strategy where obviously I'm focusing on Champion Europe, so I need to focus on someone else. And I will get to all these comments. Please keep leaving them. I just want to focus on this one topic first. Kimmich I couldn't get rid of. He's just too good and links with my other strategy where if he does well in limited, it's fine because I've got him in limited. Whereas if I didn't have him and he did really well, I've got no chance in both divisions. It's the same for Messi, but I wasn't selling Messi, my favourite ever non-Celtic player. Vinicius Jr., like, I don't know how long you guys have been following the channel, but I picked this guy up for such a good bargain. Yeah, 158, and he just rocketed where he is like 1,300. So I've been in love with him since then. He makes cool dances. He winds up the other team. He's skillful, like, so good. Enzo, we've been following him since River Plate, like... This isn't even my original version. This is like, yeah, I've had him, sold him here, but I've also had one before that, I'm pretty sure as well, which I might have traded away. Yeah, bought him here. That was the original one. And I just really love the guy. Like, moving from Benfica to Chelsea all like in 1 year and still doing well. Really love him. His XP is like 13.5. I'll show you that. Well, I'm sure you've seen it, to be honest. Donnarumma, just love the guy. Probably could have got rid of him. I think I had him up for sale at one point, but then I couldn't play under 23s. Jota's Jota. Do I need to say it? Yes, I do. I absolutely am in love with Jota. Favourite footballer at the minute. It would be very close between him and Messi just because Messi's had like 20 years and whatever, but then Jota plays for Celtic. It's obviously my team. But yeah, we don't need to compare them. We can love them independently. Got him for a ridiculous steal. £22, sold for £1,150 at one stage. So yeah, never going to be selling Jota, my favourite Celtic player at the moment, undoubtedly. Somewhere then I needed to keep it between him and Alisson. Upa, if I'm keeping Camavinga, Ren rookie card. I spoke about this on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, if you are watching, please go find my latest tweet, share it out. It'll get more people in here. We'll have a much better time. Yeah, speaking of Camavinga, it's a Ren rookie card. I think there's only 40 of them, I said, and this is cool as well, Sorare data. So Sorare and Sorare data seem to be doing this little highlight thing. It looks so much better. So, yeah, he's not for sale. He's also doing really well at the minute. I tried to buy a rare one. I don't remember if it was on a stream or on my Sorare journey, but I wanted a Camavinga so bad when he was, like, here. He wasn't starting, didn't have any games to play, and I was like, this guy next season will be a monster. Like, I think, Kroos or Modric will leave and open up a door for him, and he's just going to slot into midfield. He's just slotted in at left back instead, whilst an injury's gone on, and he's just been like the best player in Madrid's team. Yeah, exaggerated a little bit. It's obviously Benzema. And yeah, they're the most of the high value cards, but yeah, Shimani I'm not selling, and Frimpong not selling. Trent I did try to sell, but then I was like, well, I've already got rid of most of my players. So these are a good bunch that I can put out, and yes, they take up a lot of value, but the value cards are unsellable for me. So happy with that. That's how I freed up some money for Kieran Trippier, and you might be like, wasn't, 1 ETH though, was it? It wasn't. I've been saying on my journeys, Sorare is only improving for me recently. The card prices are going down. So what? Markets happen, markets change, and it can't be through the fault of your own, or it can be no fault of your own. I'm not saying it's no fault of Sorare's, but it's what I consider a building year for Sorare. They've done very good things, and yeah, now we're at the stage where I might get a chance to play Super Rares. So yeah, some other small rewards you might know of. Demirovic you would have seen last time out, but just want to say that he's back from his suspension, so I can use him. And Mo Simican, we will speak about Mo Simican because he made me really happy, even though his price hasn't changed. I try not to get too carried away in the whole price of things because the price of things is what someone's willing to pay at the end of the day. It doesn't determine whether you've done a good or bad job. But essentially, Mo Simican, I must have picked up when he was about here in rare. You can see the Super SL is this one. I actually traded it off this guy, if you remember. But what I'm trying to say is, I picked him when he was doing this, picked him up for this game, and now this graph doesn't show it at all. Essentially, Leipzig just getting smashed all over the place. Beat by Bochum, beat 3-0 at home to Mainz. They've changed to a three-back formation. They beat Dortmund in the Cup, and I think it's their formation going forward now. So Simican drops in at right centre-back next to a really solid pairing of Guardiola and Orban, right? That means Hendricks, who I bought because they rotate with Simican, they no longer rotate. Like, dream scenario for my first super rare. And like, I was speaking about this guy before I'd even got on to the super rare. I think I spoke about before I even bought any of his cards. But like, I wasn't saying that he would come back in this next season. I was focusing on the next season. Sorry, in this season I didn't think he'd come back. I was focusing on the next season. But to have this, like, it's starting to work now. It feels so good because it was what I planned for. You know, I'm buying someone that's not in form, that is sitting on the bench, but I think will come good. And you'll see a few videos on the channel, hopefully along those lines soon. That can help all you guys out. So yeah, hoping to get some guests together for that. But yeah, let's get to some comments. I've been rambling on here. Right. Just got here. You've got a slight problem with the mic. Oh God. What is the problem with the mic? Can anyone hear me? How are you finding Champion Europe? I want to build a rare team over summer, but I feel I need 1 or 2 ETH to complete regularly. I assume you're talking about rares. If we look at my rares, and I'm predominantly focused on Champion Europe, but I do go a bit harder. 2 ETH to compete. Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you do. It's definitely one of the more expensive leagues. It has. It's always high performing because you can tell who's going to play and who's not going to play. You know, people like Messi are so consistent, they don't just have off days, whereas maybe someone like Kyogo might have more off days than Messi. I think that's a fair comment to say. It is expensive to play, but I think people don't consider the risks when they play Champion Europe, and it's like the biggest risk is that they move down to a different league. They would move down to a lower league. They would move down to the Challenger Europe, and it gets easier for them. That's actually a benefit, isn't it? So you'd rather them move down. Otherwise, it's just the risk you get with every player. It's like they might be benched. So I think the problem is if you're not patient, you can't play Champion Europe. If you are patient, I think you can. And I love my strategy of hedging, where I've got the best players ever and not some of the best players ever. Well, these are great players. That, like, Dybala is arguably the best player in the world right now. Anyone that's watching this that thinks I really think that is going to think I'm nuts, but I don't actually think that. I just love Dybala. But we need to speak about him. He's just come off injured for Roma, so back to reality. You know, Rui Patricio isn't the best goalkeeper in the world of football, but he does put up scores that will rival Courtois now and again. So if you're patient enough and you get on runs of form like this and you have players that surround him, I think it's more than fine that you can compete in these leagues. The risk is it's just slightly more expensive than Challenger Europe. That's all you can say. I think people give it too hard of a harsh time because it's hard to win and it's expensive, but the upsides are higher because all of the players you win are more expensive. So, you know, with this team early on, I was only looking to win, you know, tier 3s, which are like middle of the range, right? But, you know, now I'm starting to advance and prices have come down. I'm trying to win, obviously, the higher up tier 2s, tier 1s. But I more than think it's fine to compete for tier 3s. So 2 ETH, 1 ETH. Yeah, you talk about competing regularly. I think you don't need to compete regularly. Just be patient with it. That's almost what I'm doing. Like, I don't hit rewards often, but when you hit rewards often, they're far better than hitting, like, you know, baby rewards in Challenge Europe or Asia every week, for example. Okay, all right. Kim and Jay is a joke in a weaker league than Trippier. Surely he was a shout. Do you know why I don't like Kim and Jay? Just like the one season hype. Like, yes, he's fantastic, but I haven't seen him do it over like a long period of time. And he's a centre back, so it's really hard to predict when he's going to do a 92 and when he's going to do a 24. So the first bit was definitely a reason, but the second bit is the key reason. home to Milan or away to Lecce. Yes, Lecce is a better fixture, but a difference of 24 to 92. How can you predict when he's going to get an assist? Whereas like Trippier is a lot more consistent with his scores on. Oh, he's not more consistent with his scores. It's more predictable scores on the upside, and I always speak about this. And it's something I'm doing more and more because it's what's really let me down in the past. But it's focusing on these big scores, not these average scores. So we'll talk about that in this definitely. But we'll get back to some more questions. Hey man, long time no speak. The Sorare Scout, thank you so much for joining, mate. Kimmich is 272. I remember he was £1,000. You remember when Kimmich was £1,000, really? Because I remember buying Kimmich at £1,000, and I thought that was a great price because he was actually going for £2,000. I don't think I'm wrong in that fact. I was not wrong. £2,400 Kimmich was going for in limited. And this is things where I spoke about in some of my market videos on my Sorare journey about, Sorare went into a bit of a frenzy. So now cars are coming down in price. It's not like, it's hard to say, if they can go up that quickly, they can come down that quickly. So £2,400 was a ridiculous price to pay for Kimmich. £260 is a ridiculous price to pay for Kimmich. Give me a £600 Kimmich. Give me a £500 Kimmich. I think that's good for Sorare. I think that is, £5 a lot of money, but you are buying the best player on the game. £5,000 is an absolute chunk of money, but you are playing in the red division, in the best division, in the best player in the game. That's kind of my thoughts. Unfortunately, I did trade Kimmich though, so you won't see him. And even if you did see him, I traded him for a shiny new version as well. Let's get back to some comments. Please leave some more comments. Go check out my Twitter post that said we're live. Do you know what? I'm going to see how... I hate joining Twitter. I hate loading up Twitter in case... I don't even know what they could be on my screen, but... Right. We have 1 like and 1 retweet. We need to do better than that. Right. Oh, Nicholas! Thank you for watching, my friend. I'm not sure you'll be watching, but that's a really nice like to put out there. So... Simeo, I see you in the chat. I see you retweeting it. I'm going to give you some card for that because, people going out their way to help me, it's just really kind. Like, there was no, I don't force you to do those kind of things. It won't be anything like huge, but I just want to say thank you for sharing. So if any of you do want to go out and help out and it'll make this stream better, I promise you, please jump in and do that. I'm going to need to try and dig out a card for Simeo here. Probably be like John Luke or Daniel Edel Ben. So Simeo, if you're still in the chat, can you comment whether you'd want John Luke Dompe or Daniel Edelman as a little thank you present for helping me out? Like, I do this for fun at the end of the day. I'd love to have more people coming in and just helping out. So really appreciate that. And Nicholas Julia, if you're in the chat, you can have the other one he doesn't want. So whichever one Simeo picks, I will send you the opposite as a little thank you for liking my live tweet. All right, Carl, thank you for joining. You picked up Vinny for £158. He went to £1,200 and he didn't sell. I'm not sure if I have a problem with this whole not selling thing. I am a holder of everything crypto long term. You would have seen very many times. It's my display picture is my mutant ape, right? Sorry about that. And I won't go on too much of a tangent, but it's currently got a floor price of 12.5 ETH, which is very, very a lot of money, and I still own this. It had a floor price of 42 ETH, when ETH was even more expensive than it is today. It hit, I am disgusted to say, over £100,000, and I did not sell it. So, I was not going to sell Vinny Jr. at that price. I would struggle to find a price I would sell a Vinny Jr. at. Because if he's that price and he's willing to sell for that price all the time, that's the market price of him at that time. So, yeah, it's a funny old world, isn't it? Like knowing when to sell. It's difficult. Elliot Harris, thank you. What have you missed so far? I've just been explaining the players I bought. Trippier is the only player I've bought. I've got just 0.75 ETH and Masvidal and Veerman also come into the gallery. But I think it's probably start time to build some lineups. And what I always do when starting building lineups is my gallery, injury news. This is a great way to see players that you don't think are injured. So like if I wasn't watching the game today, I would have just found out Dybala was injured, but a red card suspension for Demirovic. You can't trust any of these sites as just like, that is news. You've got to trust yourself. New MLS card looks great. Can you message me on Twitter so I don't forget, and I'll send you it after stream because I don't think people want to see me, send you offers and try and find your account name and all the rest of it. So we'll do that after. But oh yeah, good pick. John McDonough has an ankle injury, so that's good to know. Dembele's he's still out. So I knew this guy had a 2-match ban for consecutive yellow cards, and he's still suspended until the 17th, it says. So I don't think that's actually true unless they don't have a game this weekend. Oh, they're playing Leipzig anyway. The joys. It doesn't matter. But I do own a Leipzig defence. So, Trips is a great buy. Big Toon fan. See, the only concern I'm worried about is if you get James Maddison, who I also own, and then one of my players is going to lose their free kicks. What is this? Why am I looking at international fixtures? That is not what I wanted to do. Right, I found where I was looking wrong. So, we're going to go check Augsburg. I really need to log in. Can I do that? Okay. Now, you shouldn't be able to see the other screen. You can't. That is genius. I love this. When you understand how streaming works, it's so good. I see why people get addicted to it. It is fun. Like, I've got 20 absolute legends in here, so thank you so much for that. And I'm still having a great time. You don't need to be the world's most famous streamer. Why can't I log into my Sorare account and play Sharper? It's normally just auto logs in. They must have changed them. Because it's asking me to sign in with an email, but I don't sign in with an email. I have a Sorare account. That's why I always logged in. Can I do expected scores of my team, please? If they got rid of that connectivity, I will be absolutely raging. Maddison is off to Spurs. That is exactly where I'd love him to go. Just setting up assists for the guy I wanted to buy today. Sonny. I saw his super rare and I knew he'd be out of my price range. Sorry. The one I was looking at is just sold. Was it sold to this guy? No, that's a different card. Let's see how much Sonny went for. But essentially, he went over the amount of ETH I had in my account, so I knew I wasn't going to get him. That's cool about the new bid system. You don't need to wait until now. So he went for £1,384, about £1,400. It's a lot for Son, but it's different when you're looking at the really high-end players. I've got an actual graphic. Do you support Celtic? Yes, I do support Celtic. How can I feel like I'm being stupid. Can some of you check your Play Sharper account and just see if you can log in with your Sorare account still? And if you can, tell me how, because this is normally just auto done for me. If I click visit Sorare, what happens? You log me straight into my account and then sign in. Create your Play Sharper account. Am I prepared for the European season to finish? Now, that is a fantastic question from Elliot Harris. You would say no. You would look at my gallery and you'd say no, but I would actually answer you yes. I'm going to sit out of the American seasons pretty much. I might buy a little limited goalkeeper just for some fun if I'm bored, but it's just like, you don't... If I was to buy America cards now, that is the exact wrong time to buy America cards. If I was to sell European cards, that's the exact wrong time to sell European cards. You should do the opposite of what your mind thinks. You should be buying America cards when they're finishing, or during the winter break, really, and the same for Champion Europe cards. But I think you can do one better with Champion Europe cards and buy them just before they finish, so you get 3 or 4 games of utility, and then you get to sit and wait out. Whilst I think most of the prices are at the bottom for 3 or 4 game weeks before the end of the season. So I'm not going to be playing. I will still be making moves. I'll still be trading, and maybe I hold a little balance and I just buy in and out of cards because that is so fun and I never do it. The issue this week looks like we've got no Play Sharper. Thanks for checking, Kungan, but yeah, I really am slowing down this whole streaming thing if I don't check my connectivity to these sites. To be honest, we don't need to sign in. It's not like essential, so it just makes it a lot easier for me. We are going to go to Germany. We're going to look at the Bundesliga, and we're going to whoever is playing Leipzig, and it is Augsburg. So, why is this player not playing? Whereas Augsburg's any info on Nkuku? Why? I swear he's not suspended. I don't know why I'm taking so long on it. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to get to the lineup builder and just do a couple of lineups because it's tough for me this weekend. It really is. If I could get some... Ooh, we've probably already done some, to be honest. If I get bored, I'd definitely do some. So I'm going to delete these and start again, especially in rare. So how I'm going to prioritise my lineups, right, is check my super rares, see if they've got good fixtures. If they have, prioritise that. If they don't, we're going to rare pro. We're going to normal rare. So rare pro is where we're starting. Alex, how many times per week do you log in and set lineups for game weeks? I find myself setting lineups on Tuesday afternoon, then spending all week tweaking them over and over again. I think I've been like that. During my time on Sorare, I've definitely been like that, and I think it's a mistake. Like, you spend so much time, you're double guessing yourself, you're not actually making any good decisions on it, you're just almost wasting time. And there's so many reasons why you'll tinker and change, and you can definitely overthink things. So, but on the same side, I do want to say you can definitely underthink problems as well. So I set mine as soon as the game week opens, as soon as I see them open, not like I'm waiting for 3 o'clock or whatever. But what happens is that you set them and then you can't forget them. Whatever you set, you've got a chance of getting them in. Then I wait until like a Thursday evening or a Friday morning and I'll delete them all and I'll just redo them again because I don't care what I had before. New information is apparent to me. So the key information for this one, Dybala. He's just hobbled off the pitch. He was sat in the dugout. He looked quite annoyed that he was off, but he didn't look injured. But he wouldn't have come off if he wasn't injured. So that changes everything for me because I only have one good forward. Dembele's probably not going to play. He's not even been reaching the bench, which is just a disaster. It's a risk that you do when you buy injured players. I swear I always have that issue. But we're going to focus where we said we'd focus. We need a good super rare and Mo Hendricks. And we could even... Mo Hendricks. Benjamin Hendricks and Mohamed Simikan could be the answer to that. That is a good super rare, but oh my god, they've got such a good fixture. Oh, I'm already stuck what to prioritise. Oh. Just to come back and answer the question clearly as I can, who was it that asked it? Was it Carl? Yeah, so Carl, I find it best to set your lineups as early as you can. Wait until Thursday or Friday where you have pretty much all the information you're going to get and set them, and then 2 hours before deadline, check news quite rapidly, check Twitter for your names and stuff. It just be in a group chat where people will help you out, things like that, and then get the latest information, and then you can make minor tweaks. There shouldn't be too much like humming and hawing between players. You just need to make a firm decision, and if you are humming and hawing between them, honestly, 99% of the time, it won't matter which one you pick because football's random and they can be exactly equal opportunities to score the same goal. One will miss, one will score, and you won't know which one it is, and next week it'll be the opposite way. I have it with Kimmich and Messi all week. I'm not going to sit there and decide Kimmich or Messi, Kimmich or Messi, Kimmich or Messi. I'll just pick whichever one I think has the best fixture and just stick with it, and I'll be wrong most of the time. Well, I'll be right and wrong, 50% of the time. Yeah. So, let me know if you'd play Gini Wijnaldum or Benjamin Hendricks. So, Gini Wijnaldum sat on the bench today, which could help him for the weekend. And Benjamin Hendricks just doesn't put up good scores. So, they are actually quite good super rares. So, I think it's Rui Patricia. Who has the best clean sheet odds? 47 to 45. So, it's Hugo Lloris has the best clean sheets odds, which I would actually pick Rui as my top goalkeeper this week. I think Rui will outscore Lloris, even because I think Bournemouth are just playing well. But in terms of like this team, I have a full Roma stack, so I'd rather put them together for the correlation. Right, couple more comments. Dimitrov got a 3-game suspension for his red card because it was a harsh foul. Matthias Sorare, thank you for that. I wish I'd known that last week because I'm sure I looked it up and it was 2. Elliot Harris, I'd advise setting them as soon as they come out and then wait till Thursday to update. Exactly right. Hendricks Upside is really good. You reckon? Your Wazza, hey, joining late. What are you prioritising? You tell me, you Azza. You have the info, and I haven't actually. I obviously don't want to put it on stream because it's your spreadsheet that you worked really hard on. But I think I'm. What do the chat want me to prioritize? They want me to, massive swing and hit and try and go for the rare pro, or do you want me to be a bit more conservative, more likely to pick up a decent reward and go for and just go for that team I really like. That team I actually kind of love. Oh, wow. Who do you captain? Remy? Yeah, that's that either he'll give you 20 or he'll give you 80 is exactly why I picked. Well, I suppose that's not true, is it? Because he's now moved positions, but that is why I picked Mo Simican, Benjamin Hendricks. But he's got one score over 80. I just hate. This guy was a backup, and he'll almost forever be a backup for me until he changes his scores. But playing right mid, he did get 12 AA away from home. That's pretty solid. How's his right mid scores been? Because that will change things. Better. Oh God, he could put up a 12 from right mid. He did get subbed. If he played over 90 minutes, his lowest is a 30 against Frankfurt, where they got beat 4-0. Good. Beat the Rangers. Nice to see. Not so nice in the return leg, but life goes on. I'd go Remy captain, yeah. I just love Remy Cabella as well. Great guy. So that would be one possibility of the team. But what I'm also going to do is go to rare and... I really don't know. This is one of the hardest. Normally, maybe I don't, but when I feel like I'm doing these teams myself, I just fly through them. I just blitz. I suppose it's because I've never really had good super rares, so it's always Champ Europe, and then, you put reserve super rares in the normal one. Why would... Does anyone have this where they always click Challenger rather than Champion, or Champion rather than Challenger? I do it every single time. It drives me nuts. But I don't know what suggestion would help. Calling it Europe would not help anyone. Yeah, so then I could stack my Roma players. Oh, they've got to go and get a result against Feyenoord, though, next. Has Pellegrini been picked? Oh my God, I didn't even pick Trippier. What am I doing? Oh, I can't not play Trippier. Can I ask why you support Celtic? My family's Scottish, so I'm half. Do I want you to know where I live? I'm sure I've said it before. I think John leaked it once as well, by not complete mistake. Like, he didn't realise I didn't tell anyone. But I live in Jersey, so we don't really have like a local football team. Well, we've got one about 2 years ago, so we didn't have one when I was growing up. And then the rest of my family are from Scotland, so it's like, yeah, you just go for... I can't really say my family's team because they don't support Celtic, they support Rangers. So, yeah, I went against most of the family, obviously. The family's a little bit divided in football teams, but I went for the minority. Trippier will hit the high A this game. I know, he's going to fly. It's just what he does. So you would put him in a good team. I don't actually have to play a super rare, but I don't like playing at a disadvantage. But this is my problem, right? If I think Trippier will outscore Wijnaldum, then I should play him regardless, because I'll be playing at a disadvantage, but I'll still come out better. So we'd swap for Wijnaldum. Right, let's put together the best rare team we can play, because I think it actually makes more sense to focus on rare this week, because we don't know what Dybala's going to do, but I'm not leaving Dybala out because it didn't look that bad, unless I get late information that he's going to be out. So, best team, not Roma stack. They've actually got a good chance of keeping a clean sheet, but he'll do well in the... He's got a good cap, so we'll use him in capped. What's Trippier's capped? Am I not filtering by capped? Yeah, that's what I need to be filtering by. Remy Cabella, no decision needed. Kingsley Coman, no decision needed. And we're short of one good player. Why did it never work out? Old firms in the group chat must be mental. Honestly, we just try not to speak because it's like you're only gonna start a fight, to be honest. Um, and yeah, there has been some. Hmm. Like occasionally you'll give it like a good game or you deserve better or something, but honestly, even that can just lead to chaos. So just keep it very simple. Just see them the next day and just wind them up or something. Best team, Rare Pro. This is what I'm actually going to stick with. Tell me if I'm being an idiot here. Because we're short of a good player in either team. So if we do this and go West Trips, here he is. And then do we captain Trippier over Remy Cabella? I actually feel Remy. I don't know why. I really like that team. I shouldn't. I probably shouldn't, but I do quite like it. Right. Champion Europe Rare. Jonathan, thank you for joining, my friend. As always, always supporting. Always supporting. It always means a lot to me. Thank you for that. Can I get a chance of? I'm in Challenger again. Tell me, someone comment now. Do you must click Challenger rather than Champion? I do it every single time. Raul, you're always like first comment on my videos, mate. So thank you for that. It's normally not too like he normally just writes hi. That's why I'm laughing at it because it's like it's just a funny thing to write. But I enjoy any comments on my video. Thank you. No Captain Remy. He will shoot high. Is that no Captain Remy or no comma Captain Remy? I think you mean he's going to score high. Like yeah, get him captain. So he is captain for now. Is Unai the best decision here? Unai, that's Rui. Is Rui the best decision? Yes. Do I mix him in with Ray? No. Do I bring in Gaia? I do like Gaia. Ben Mees playing Wolves. Oh, I could put a good score up at Wolves. Oh. Your mic looks like a Transformer voice. Oh no. New mic. I do not have a new mic. I don't know what's going on. Let me try removing that. Give me 1 second. I don't know where the sound's coming from. I don't know if I can try and reset up my mic. Is it feeling back? Like, let me know if the sound's any better now. And if it's not, we'll reset it up maybe. To be honest, Elliot, I always pick the teams off my own knowledge, but I don't really use these stats too much. I use the betting odds because that is such a better decision than me. And sometimes I obviously manipulate them, so I might think, like here, Brentford are expected to get beat, but I still think Ben Mee will have a good fixture. But I know the base level of comparisons are really good, and like betting models are a lot better. Voice seems deeper, if that makes sense. It might just be because I've got a kind of very sore throat after yelling at football most of the weekend. Because, yeah, we had Celtic Rangers, obviously, so one singing all the day and, yeah, all the rest of it. So, Gaia, is he going to put good scores up? Sevilla are pretty awful. But I do like Mancini. We'll go with Gaia. James Madison away to Man City. I don't think that's going to work. It's an echo. Have I got 2 mics? There still seems to be a fair amount of you sticking around for this bad audio. So laptop for audio, it says. Let's see if we can change that. I can't, I'm still new to all this streaming, so thanks for bearing with me with all this stuff. I don't really know how to test my audio. Do you know, can I just... Oh, if I knew how to mute myself, I'd just turn on the stream and see how I sound. I haven't got my AirPods with me, otherwise I could do that. That's honestly like my best suggestion. I was actually just surprised that you could hear me. So, laptop audio. Okay, what about if I do this? Okay. Has that changed anything? Can you still hear me? Okay. I've turned off the audio on my camera. So there could have been two audios which are causing a problem. Let me know if this has improved. It's your mic, broski. Oh, Elliot, that is good info. Sevilla are playing right now, so they will be rotating. Madison or Bentaleb? Ooh, Bentaleb hasn't got the hardest fixture. Oh, it's Pellegrini. Didn't even see him. Still being an idiot. Sounds similar to a robot. Not that big of a deal, but not ideal. Nothing's changed. Do you know what? Do I just delete? It sounds the same, but it's fine, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to leave it for now, and then next stream I'll sort it out, and we probably won't be here for too much longer. This has been well longer than I already wanted to do it. I have no forwards. I have 4 forwards that are injured. Have to play Dybala. Oh, I hate this team now. Oh, I hate this team. I have no forwards. Why is Fidel not playing? Is he injured? Oh, it sucks. Really does suck. What's up, Robocop? Yeah, Andrea, I've been told the audio. Has the audio always been bad, or has it got bad? That would be an interesting point to know. I do kind of want to fix the audio. I don't like being called Robocop. Try my best. Source setting. Can I just delete all of these? Oh my god, I have no idea what's going on. Remove source from scene. Right, so you're going to lose audio, and then we're going to get it back. So, actually, can you hear me now? That would be a good test. I think you're not going to be able to hear me. I can test that myself, actually. That's better. I found what the problem was. I don't know what the problem was, but I found it. Thank you for bearing with me on that. It looks like... Not sure what happened. I think it's because I've set up... I think it's because I set up my videos to record audio on 2 versions, so it's probably recording 2 versions of audio right now, or it was. But yeah, that'd be really sick if it's working now. Right. Bentaleb, that's what we spoke about. We're going to have to captain Dybala because if he doesn't play, the team's dead. And I'm going to start putting these teams into real lineups now. Because that's always a risky run. You always forget to enter them. I'd cry myself to sleep that night for sure if I just built all these teams on Sorare data and forgot to put them in. All right, Hugo mixed in with Mohamed Simikan. He's going to start next to Remy Capella, Kingsley Coman, and Trips, newly appointed. Remy Capella is likely to put up a 60, but if he gets the decisive, it's going to be 90 to 100. Where's the moustache gone? Oh, I shaved it yesterday. It was annoying me. I don't like care too much how I look, to be honest, but I was just like trying something a bit different, and then yesterday it started annoying me, so I was like, it's gone. Remy Capella, Capitano. I like that team. I do like that team. All right, 999 in Champion Europe Rare. It's not that many entries, I don't think. Rui next to Gaia, next to... I do want to play Mancini now I see it. Dybala's going to go in there. Madison's not going to go in there. Is Bentaleb or Mancini? I can play Mancini elsewhere. I can play an end cap 240. PD. Let's go. Can I just confirm that the sound's a little bit better now again? Because I know 2 people have said it, but I want to be certain. And if it's not, it's fine. We're just going to have to put it up with it. Right, 240. Third priority. I shouldn't need to do a squad builder for this. Ooh, how many points are we going to have left? How many points are we going to have left? 53! Get in there. Oh, Ben Me or Mancini. I have no idea why no one thinks Fidel will play. If someone could tell me why they think Fidel won't play. Picked up a Shirky for £41. That feels like a deal. Yeah, Shirky's one of my underrated value pickups at the moment. He was overvalued for a while.
I've seen his price recently, and I think, yeah, he's coming down to reality with everyone else. I was actually thinking of getting him here, like probably a little bit high, 30. I think I was looking at him, but obviously he put up like a 73 over the weekend. I forgot why it was. I thought is it because of his possible PSG move? I actually forgot why I thought he was a good pickup outside of just like him being Ryan Shirky. Who do you think of Ben Mee or Mancini? I mean, I'm just going to go with the fixture here. So that's that. And I actually have a spare super rare. So I want to see if I can play a super rare kickoff. I don't care about it. I think the kickoff divisions are awful in terms of like their return. I really think they should be buffed. Right, kickoff super rare, register. Julian. I don't have a goalkeeper for it, so that's going to make it pretty hard anyway. Ben Mee's a good card. Genie Wijnaldum's a good card. Dembele, yeah, we're not going to have enough players here. We can't play two, can we? You can? You definitely can't play two. Yeah, one super rare. DeMarcos, Captain Genie, that would be fun. That would be fun. We'll probably delete that and put it in a training team. Literally 9 team and an absolute Desmond. An absolute Desmond. I can see your message actually meant to say monster, but I like, he's an absolute Desmond. Maybe that comes up as our new thing. Let's see if anyone has liked the tweet since Nicholas liked it. I can't believe Nicholas just getting involved for no reason. 6 and 6. Let's see how many legends there are. Carl, I think you're here. Alex, not sure if you're here. Sorare, always about somewhere. Sorare Matty's definitely here. And Eddie. Likewise, same people. And Nicholas Julia, the big man himself. Surely that has to be a goal line clearance. Maybe it is, Sorare GT. Maybe it is. But by the way you're talking, it's probably not. Worst value competitions by a mile for the rarity it's in. It's just like, yeah, 15 out of 450. Yeah. I just want to play it so I can win a super rare, but there's no point. You're better off sticking in your own division and just playing. I don't know how they can improve it. Maybe a load of so rare coins, something like that, so you're progressing in another way. Juventus goalkeeper subbed off because of pain in the chest. I don't know how to write Chesney. No one knows how to write Chesney. Who's the backup for Juventus? He's always playing. Roster? Oh, is it? It's Mattia Perrin. I owned him. Yeah. Can't remember if I sold him there. Is that green sold? Yeah, your sales. Yeah, should have sold him right here. But he's a really good goalkeeper. It's just a shame he's a sub. So what else are we looking at? Perrin. Good knowledge, Elliot. Right, let's stick on the lineups. This team's pretty much dead. Champion Europe should ride itself. I don't need to go to the lineup builder. Jan Sommer. Upamecano. This is the type of game where Upa drops 100. Oh, Trent against Leeds. They just conceded 5 at Palace. I like that. Kimmich picks himself. Messi picks himself. How good are Cadiz in the league? La Liga table. Cadiz. Are they bottom? No, they do concede 40 though. Madrid are playing Chelsea. Enzo against Brighton. Cruz, Upa. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, actually. That would be fun, like a voucher scheme. I see what you mean. It would be very difficult to implement, but Uwaz is actually saying it. He's saying you essentially win like a voucher to buy a super rare that you want. Maybe it's not that hard. Next super rare purchase, you get 0.1 off. It's a dangerous game though, and they could start doing the whole rewards as rather than ETH. You get like, off your next purchase, and then you can never, you can never get away, and they're always just taking your money. I do actually really like that idea. I've never heard that before. Is Vinny going to pop off? Vinny always plays. But what if he doesn't? They have got a lot of games coming up. I'm just going to play Upa. I don't think they've got the injuries where they can rotate these players. I'm definitely captain of Messi. Oh no, Lens are good. Lens are like top of the league. Yeah, Lens are second in the league, aren't they? Oh, wow. League 1, 2. I said I could do this without Sorare there. I don't think I should be. Oh, wow, Lens. I'd pick Enzo. Enzo's probably going to go in U23, to be honest. That's like a undercover thought for me. I know he's probably going to put up a good score because he'll get defensive and attacking actions. But he's also got the chance of getting absolutely like demolished 4-0 because Chelsea are a bad football team. Where's my U23s? Right at the bottom with no Jazzy logo. So, Donnarumma with a tough fixture. Forgot about that. Oh, Hugo. I don't know if that team's any good. Oh, I'm not going to play Hakimi. Kunde. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to have to do this one on the lineup builder. I don't really know Challenger too well. I can cope with Champion Europe, but Challenger gets a little bit difficult. So, under 23 limited. How easy is Donna's game? 57. Oh my god, Mamadashvili's game's almost better. But it is. And then Hugo, great game. I think he'll absolutely fly. You should check out him if you don't know about him. Someone recommended him to me, and yeah, really happy he did. Ooh, where does this guy play? Left defensive mid. Not sure if I want a good left defensive mid. Where does it tell you, like... Yeah, they score 45 against this opposition. Which we're playing Enzo, regardless. Jota. Just love him. And then have we got any other good decisions? Trent's already used. Frimpong's away. Arthur. Do we bring him in for a debut? Kama. Szymanski. Oh, but will he be rested for the European fixtures? I'm not going to buy anyone for the summer, Yuaza. I think it's, like I explained a little bit before, but I think it's the worst time to be buying America cards. Like, you should be buying them in the off-season, not now, and then you should be not selling Champion Europe, you should be buying Champion Europe now. So I'm going to play the boring route of not playing during summer if I can, and yeah, I think it's a smart play. Could I get rid of Trent? No, because Donna's got a tough game. I was debating prioritising Champion Europe there. Arthur Veerman, he's got such an easy game. I'm just going to test that out. I don't really know what he's about, but we will see. It's got to be Captain Jota, so that's going to be Enzo. Oh, so I haven't played Vinny. What's happening to Vinny? Is he just not an option here? I've probably used him in a different lineup builder, that's why. So I can play Vinny Jr., Captain Jota, Captain, and then Champion Europe, we're going to edit, and we could drop the big man Upa. I think Upa plays, that team's too good, but I am going to change it for Captain Kimmich. I don't know why I'm going to make this mistake for another time. It's just, I explained it to someone that if Kimmich gets an assist, he's guaranteed 100, or tackle, like your last man tackle, when his low side is like a 60, so it's not the end of the world. Still 20 people here. Thank you for letting me ramble on. Do you enjoy lineup builders? It's not really something I watch, but so many people seem to really enjoy it, so I'm going to start doing a little bit more, especially on a live. It's like it's a good thing where you don't really run out of topics. You just build your lineups and then go. Mamadas really is a good fixture. Prioritising 240 a little bit early here, right? I shouldn't be doing that, to be honest. It's only like $5, isn't it? I don't really hit it too often, though. Is Bond back? I don't think he is. Andres Fernandez. No idea if that's a good fixture. And Dora. Looks like a good fixture. Kunde. Makes sense to me. Jonathan Vieira, 65. He's been a little bit low on form, to be honest. When he was doing these, he wasn't that low on form. That's probably harsh to say with a 65 average. Key, is Shimani going to play? So he didn't play in the Champions League, so he'll probably play this week. Might play Szymanski. No forwards again. This guy did do really well last time I played him. Dwight McNeil to Fulham's not a bad game, actually. See who's got the best. 70 average. Oh, just do that. We could even improve Szymanski to a 52. And then bring it down elsewhere. Okay, let's think about this. If we bring in Bond's not going to play. Mamadashvili. T. Cruz, 52. Camavinga's probably going to play again, isn't he? He's young enough. Dwight McNeil at Fulham. Or Ant-Man. I'll just play that team. I think that's good enough. Captain JV. Rock and roll. I'm not too excited for it, but I'm not depressed about it. I'd be surprised if Shemani didn't start. Yeah, Shemani's going to start. I'm very confident in that. Frimi's got a good fixture. We need to start going for some lower value picks here. Where's Szymanski gone? Shemani, the Ant-Man then come in here. Oh, we still need a 45. Edelman, Ant-Man, window. Edelman's perfect. I gave him away. It doesn't bother me. I can redo the numbers. Frimi's a bit too high. Don't have any defenders. Wow, I could just go out and buy a defender. It's going to be like 4 pence, isn't it? So maybe we do something like that. But Ashraf Hakimi probably won't put up a good score. 49. Oh, that's so irritating. All right, we're going to change around this team. 270. So we're going to play Ant-Man in here. And we're going to play... Oh, love that. Oh, Cruz probably won't play. Yeah, I don't care. I'm going to play anyway. I'm going to see if 240 will have a chance. Mamadashvili, either of them two. Szymanski, Dwight McNeil. Can't leave this Arthur guy to not play. That's just so toxic. New signing. Shemani's going to play. And we've not got enough points. That is a mammoth team, though. Use Edelman. No. He's going to you. I'm not having any of that. Just seems like I've made an absolute cop out to to get him back. He is a thank you present. So keep him warm or sell him. You can do what you want with him. 51. We need to make up 7 points. I don't have any fodder. That's why I need just to pick up some like £1 cards. Like I've got Gerut, but because he's started to be dropped now, I've got Conor Gallagher, but he's never going to start. Michael Johnson's gone completely off it. Maybe I go and buy someone. It is fun when you watch people buy people on the market. See who's ending soon in limited. The Wolf. Not a good selection. Eloy Room. I don't even know what position I need. I guess I kind of need a defender. I'm going to have loads of defenders. But they are going to be the cheapest. Oh, Jeremy. Why don't I know him? He's really steady Eddie. 55. We've got plenty of 55s. Ooh, he doesn't play. Shall I get... Ooh. I think he's starting every game again. I mean, they are going to get relegated, but life goes on. What position am I after? I don't know. Like, I guess I need a defender. I just need some fodder in the gallery, to be honest. Like, if I buy them from the Premier League, I know the most about the Premier League, and it's going to help me. Right. To be honest, I might just do the rest off stream because I don't like buying people just for the sake of it. I normally do a lot of thought into my buys, and I think we've been going an hour 15, hour and 3 it says actually. So yeah, I think just buying my cheap Kofi shoes is an easy fixture. I check it out, but I'm not buying your pump. If he was such an easy fixture, why is he getting sold? That's the question. Is this the right guy? I'm going to need to know what your name is. You haven't even got him on the... even got them on the floor, mate. That's disgusting behaviour from you. I was actually going to buy one, then I'd probably need to log into my account and it might show my password or something, so I'm not actually going to do that. But yeah, thank you very much for joining, everyone. It actually seemed like a really fun one, so thank you so much for that. Shout out to Nicholas for shouting out as well. That was nice of him. Leicester downfall from challenging for top 4. Yeah, relegation. It is absolutely crazy, but that is also the Premier League. And that will be the end of the stream. If you watch this back, please leave a like on it because it means a lot to me. Or leave a comment. And yeah, all the best to you. Cheers. Bye.